Hmm. Well, hello and welcome, and welcome and hello, and hello and welcome. It is November 30th, 2023. It is 11:41 in the AM out here in beautiful, rainy Los Angeles. My name is DannyDealz. The show is Un Poco Mas, where we give you just a little bit more, you freaks. Guys, if it is a Thursday or any other day for that matter, we are going to talk with you about the Sofi stock, ticker symbol SOFI. Guys, the stock is trading right about $7.15, down 20 cents on the day. Sort of a classic sell off in the first 15 minutes. Then we had our mountain. I was expecting the hump that we usually see with that mountain and hump pattern. Um, didn't see it. Volume is a little bit low today. Algo is holding on pretty tight. I wouldn't call the volume indication a classic shallow bull pattern, but it's close. We see some big buys and sells, but otherwise it's very modulated, very homogenized. Guys, what are short attacks designed to do? Over the last month, we've seen a massive short increase on the SoFi stock. We've seen the usual suspects, the three amigos of FUD. We've seen the ChiaPet, of course, downgrading, putting out notes, and now the Bologna sandwich. They let the guy out of the circus, the FiveHead, the beak, and he has downgraded the SoFi stock to $4. Not only is he downgraded, but this is like very Chia Pet-esque. He's put out three downgrades in the last 2 weeks, or three negative notes in the last 2 weeks. This is very unusual stuff for a credible analyst. But if you look, basically what happened is Ashvin, they basically want to get their name up to the top of the list, and they want to drag down this sort of average so the stock will be a hold rather than a buy. So Ashvin comes out, he actually downgrades, reiterates his buy, but downgrades his price target from 12 to 11. But that's a 55% upside, and he's a five-star analyst from Citibank. So Chiavarini hasn't reiterated in almost 2 weeks, so he's due. Like most analysts reiterate like once a quarter, if that. But this turd, like, he reiterated again. He's reiterated 3 times in the last 2 weeks. A little bit absurd. And then just to give you a little bit of insight into, what this short attack is based on, sort of the smoke and mirror effect. Don't go bargain hunting, says Wedbush, the Chia Pet. This is the Chia Pet's like thesis. So the whole thing, they don't talk about the growth. They don't talk about the technology stack, looking up. They don't talk about how all three businesses are making a positive contribution to profit. They don't talk about the huge adjustments up in EBITDA guidance, incremental EBITDA margins, how everything is essentially looking up for SoFi. This this specimen focuses in on the loans they sold, which were very small amount last quarter. The 105% gain of sale, and he's talking about how it's a little bit tricky for two reasons. Not only did SoFi make the loans, other buyers cash back, redeployed into new loans. It all sounds good, but Chiavarini points out there's a catch. Notes the analyst. While they were sold at a profit, they have potential. SoFi's essentially sharing some of the losses. They get a better deal, but they share some of the potential downside. There's a loss sharing component to these deals, which is to say they didn't totally sell the loans. There might be some of the risk. Chiavarini did say potential losses are capped, but didn't say how much the losses are capped. As a banker itself, this makes Wedbush analysts nervous. Ooh. Smiley has questions. Smiley is suspicious. Control! Get out, all of you! Tinker, Taylor, Soldier, Spy. In any case, Gary Oldman, what a performance. Not really relevant, though, to the Chia Pet. So he did say potential losses are capped, but he's basically also saying that SoFi is lending some of these people the money to buy its loans. So it's like a double-sided transaction. SoFi is assuming more and more of the risk. But the bottom line is SoFi is shoring up the balance sheet when it sells these loans, taking a portion of a capped risk that may or may not materialize in the future is the guy's entire thesis for the stock price target being $3, being below book, being like, I don't know what that is. It's it's like twice this year's sales. That's his price target. I mean, I don't know what that comes out to be. He's talking about the entire company being worth like $3 billion, and that's less than 1.5 times this year's sales on a company growing 35% with excellent margins, EBITDA about to become profitable. It just makes absolutely no sense. So you have the FiveHead and the ChiaPet leading the short attack as usual. I don't believe it was successful. The reason I don't believe it was successful is for a short attack to work, you have to drive down the price significantly, but then you have to be able to cover. That's the thing that's not happening. They keep hitting this off the support line and it just goes way, way back up very, very quickly. Okay, they need retail to capitulate and dump at the lows. That's how this works. It isn't happening. Retail isn't dumping at 680. At best, they were able to cover a few shares in this 693, 694, 692 at best. And they were shorting at 720. Some of these idiots were shorting in the sixes. The last times they were able to drive the price down 35%, 40% in the ChiaPet short attack of Q2, for instance. But this time, guys, they were only able to drive the price really down about, 10% where they could get a spread, and they didn't make much money. And now they're coming into the next ER. They were completely wrong about this ER, and now they're coming into the next ER, and they have no plan. Look at the short, guys. Today, let's just look at today. Looked like they'd borrowed a net of, again, about 1.6 million shares. Yeah, 1.63 million. Again, this is a little bit out of date. I think they're borrowing again right now. They just pushed it down. But if you look again at the short interest, guys, in the last month since the ER, to say this has been a significant failed short attack, I think is a giant understatement. In 1 month, the short interest has increased 23% by 25 million shares. Shares on loan have increased 60 million or 62%, 156 million. Utilization up 47%, over 51%. A short score up 12%. Guys, this is the highest short interest, at least showing Ortex. I mean, it might have been very slightly higher back in June. But going all the way back into last year, guys, this is basically the highest the short interest has been in the recent history of SoFi. And it's at the strongest the company's ever been. I feel like I'm on crazy pills. What are they shorting? When I read this article, it's absolute nonsense. He's picking at minutia. He's talking about sharing a potential capped loss on a minuscule amount of loans they laid off last quarter while this company's basically hitting home runs. It's like SoFi hits a grand slam home run and they go around the bases, they win the game, and the ChiaPet's there like, but there's a grass stain on your pants. I was like, so what? We just won the championship. I got the hot girlfriend waiting out in my career. Yeah, but you're going to have to put bleach on that grass stain. That might put you out of business. Like, what are you focused on, you pasty douchebags? And then you've got the FiveHead taking a break from his job down to drive-in movie theater where he rents out his FiveHead as a supplemental emergency movie screen to show disaster preparedness videos. And he's downgrading the stock again. Like, we get it. The ER was a month ago, okay? You put out a negative note. Oh, another week goes by, you put out another negative note. Oh, the short attack's not working. Let's put out a third negative note. And it gets all kinds of headlines. The bologna sandwich gets headlines. This guy is a pasty piece of lunch meat between two pieces of Wonder Bread with some mayo. And the guy gets headlines like, $4. He doesn't even put out any rationale. Chiavarini's rationale doesn't make any sense. The fact that they're sharing some potential losses on loan sales, look at the dollar figures. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger. Say they were to lose like 3% more and they had to share 1 or 2%. It's like, that's not going to make a big difference in the overall value of the company. This is all very temporary. Interest rates will normalize. How can they even take themselves seriously? How do these guys walk into their office and just go, so you're, I mean, do they even talk to each other? Can he look other credible analysts like Dan Ives in the eye? Can these people even look at themselves in the mirror? I'm not mad for me, guys. I only buy dips. I'm not dumping on any of this FUD, but people do it. People set the stop losses. These guys do affect the markets in the short term. I feel bad for you retarders that are getting taken advantage of. You guys are so stupid. You're so stupid. It's stupid. You're going to get stupid rich, but actually you're probably going to get stupid poor. In any case, guys, some headlines. Let's see. Fintech firm. Everybody's talking about SoFi shutting down the crypto business. I think that's a very good thing. It's a small part of their business. It gives the government reason to mess with them. They already don't like them. Sued the government over student loans. We don't need crypto. Let blockchain do crypto. Let people buy crypto somewhere else. We're talking about getting our money right. Most of these crypto coins are absolutely worthless. I think there's some value in Bitcoin and stuff. I'm not one of these like never crypto guys, but SoFi does not need crypto. I'm glad to see it go sooner than later. So ARK buys again, bought another, I think, 200,000 shares of SoFi. DA Davidson, 588,000. Evansnet acquires 100,000 shares. Discover says it's exploring selling the student loan business. This is very interesting. Sale would impact existing customers, but it's interesting that they're getting out of the business. I think SoFi really owns this business. They want to, focus on their core banking products, of course. Discover competes with SoFi in banking. They offer a high interest rate. They're all online. So they kind of are a competitor with SoFi. It's interesting that they're getting out of the business. I think they're ceding the territory to SoFi. Rest in peace, Charlie Munger, by the way. A very wise man. Died. I think he was just shy of 100 years old. So he was one of the titans, really. I think actually probably more insightful than Warren Buffett in many ways. Buffett was very robotic, very systematic, very intelligent, kind of folksy and well-spoken, but Munger was sort of that, I think the straight man, the guy who, had a lot of discipline, really, really numbers guy. I think sort of a plain-spoken genius, and, I'll miss Charlie Munger. He had some hilarious, if you ever get a chance to watch his highlights on YouTube of his jokes, you will double over laughing. He's like the great-grandfather you wish you had. Of course, also being a billionaire, but he's leaving his money to build ugly dorms at UC Santa Barbara with no windows. Who's here, guys? Who do we have here? Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome and hello. It's Un Poco Mas. Trying to give you idiots just a little bit more, but it's difficult. Max Payne is down to $7, guys. We probably see returders and day turders and swing turders and morons. Yeah, lots of calls at 750. Obviously, they're killing those. They're also killing the calls right now at 7 because those aren't in the money until you get to at least, 720-ish. Not really going to make anything there. Too many calls at 8 to kill. If you take a look at puts, those are up, of course. Lots of puts at 7, but nothing at 650, guys. There is nothing telling me that the bears want to push this thing down low again. They're not getting any consolidation down there. If they can't get it to consolidate the lows and they can't get retail people to capitulate, there's no point because they can't cover. It's a Mexican standoff. It's a circle jerk. They're trading bullshit in the dark, guys. They're selling nonsense to each other. Returders are not dumping below 7. The weak hands were wiped out. How many times can you bang this thing off and below the support line and expect weak returders not to capitulate? I've had it. I'm banging on the table like the chipmunk from Oppenheimer. I was banging on the table saying SoFi was undervalued at 5. I was just banging on the table. No, you weren't, you lying sack of shit. Sorry, guys. People next door probably think I'm in some kind of domestic over here. I'm losing my voice. I have not been feeling very well, guys. Been working very, very hard, burning the midnight oil. Good morning. Welcome and hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. People are like, you look like you haven't slept. I haven't. I've been working. I'm on the grind all the time. Or is there some moron on here? He's like, when you When they sleep, we eat. Or I don't know what the fuck he says, but he's an idiot. He's one of these guys that talks about levels. I'm gonna give you some key levels. Give me some key levels. Give me some key levels. You're about 19 years old in a brand new, Celtics cap. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Key levels. Give you key level. The fuck out of here. Bullshit. Sell me some bullshit. I don't think so. Old enough to be your pappy. Guy's never seen a bear market, doesn't know. These guys don't know anything. Don't buy anything from people in baseball caps. Stock Mo. Fuck you, Stock Mo. No, I'm just kidding. I love Stock Mo. But don't buy garbage crypto. And then these people, they're trying to sell you garbage crypto, and then they try to sell you courses, and then they try to sell you Patreons, where they give you, free advice for $25 a month. Why are you going to get free advice from a high school teacher for $25 a month? That's not free advice. YouTube's supposed to be free. Now everybody wants a donation. Everybody wants you to pay them. Nobody wants to work a day job. Ugh, these people make me sick. What's going on with the short interest? All you motherfuckers. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of losing my voice. I'll try to turn my... I'll give you some key levels. I'll turn my levels up a little bit. Turn my headphones up. No, seriously, I can't hear you. Turn that shit up. Turn it up. Turn my headphones up. Fisticuffs, we killing people, we stabbing people. That's what's hot on the street. True FG LLC invests $107,000 in SoFi. So, guys, institutions are buying in every single day. It's not just ARK. That's another reason the short attack is just doomed to fail. They can't get it to consolidate at the lows. Short attacks don't work this way. If it just pops off the low, everybody buys that dip. They can't cover. They have to cover lower than they short. Doesn't work. It didn't work. My brain is about to short circuit how stupid this is. How stupid it is. God, I hate these stupid idiots. What's up, Tim P? Amen. Amen indeed. Kareem, what's up, Kareem? How you guys doing? Air Force, what's up? Professor Turgison. I am Professor Turgison, indeed. That was a great scene in Back to School with Sam Kinison. He's like, well, Mr. Helper, why don't you help me out? Why don't you tell me why McCarthy was... Because McCarthy didn't have enough... I like the way you think. I'm going to keep my eye on you. It's like, great scene. Rodney Dangerfield, absolute classic. How do you think it'll go when the shorts start to cover? Will it squeeze? SJ Tavares, it will put buying pressure. A squeeze is just a question of degree. How fast does it go up? This thing's got to go up before the ER, barring some unforeseen events. Getting a lot of hearts. Hope that is Princess J. I hope that is Princess J. This heart is only for you, sweetheart. If that is you. If that is, some of my other clientele guys, I'll give you a thumbs up, but I will give Princess J a heart. And the rest of you can sit and spin. Anyway, guys, I don't really know where I was going with this live stream. I just wanted to touch base with you turds. I don't see any reason whatsoever to panic from this chart. The longer this goes sideways, the more and more bullish it is. Came up through this line on 6-9. It's never really broken support. These three little pegs down below, nothing at all to worry about. This is all shorting. Everything below $8.25 has been shorting and borrowing, and a lot of the short longs went pure short, and I think it's just pure stupid. I don't know what they thought was going to happen to SoFi. It's like Denny Green said, they are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were. Listen to Denny Green. If you cannot absorb the wisdom of an obese football coach and let it inform your investment decisions, you're on the wrong channel, folks. You're on the wrong channel. I'm banging on the table. Who's here? Do you guys have any ideas? I'm fucking exhausted dealing with all you people. Ian Boyd bought more. He knows what's going on. Dr. Gonzo. How you doing, Dr. Gonzo? Ben G buying SoFi. He's a rook. He's a castle. First thing Ben G does when he wakes up in the morning, he castles. Switches out with that king. Gets the king undercover over on the right-hand square. Knows what's up. Thanks, Benji. Appreciate it, brother. Not Ben G like the dog. Ben G like a G, like an OG. Hell yeah, boy! Boy! What's up? What's West Coast guys? I'm not a gang member. I'm a fat white suburban douche. Who else is here? Anybody got Gam Gam? Of course, M. Russo, Not a Lurker. What's up, Not a Lurker? Roland Dubs. How's it going, Roland Dubs? Good to see you guys. Alberto, Birdie, Abeles. Good to see you again. Yep, grab the cheap shares, guys. It's going back up. It's going back up already. They're just not able to get any capitulation at all. The 50-day moving average is chasing us down, but again, haven't been able to break through. Bounced off that shit again yesterday like a trampoline. It's just getting tighter and tighter, guys. 50-day moving average was all the way up here. This line was all the way at 725 when we were consolidating at the top at 9. So $1.75 apart. Now we're starting to consolidate. Last two runs right here at $7.43, and the bottom is $6.70. So we only have, I don't know, what is that, guys? 75 cents in between those two lines. We had $1.75 just, middle of September. So the noose is tightening and tightening and tightening, and the more this trades sideways, bleeds sideways and down, we're getting rid of all the weak hands. I don't see returders selling until 12. A lot of us aren't going to sell till 12. That's the concept of false float. These shares are not for sale. These shares are not for sale. As Charlton Heston said, to paraphrase him, you'll get my SoFi shares from my cold, dead hand. I'm not selling at 650. I'm not selling at 643. I'm not selling at 682. I'm not selling at 718. I'm not selling at 825. So go get your fucking shine box, shorts. Go get your shine box, bologna sandwich. Go home and get your fucking shine box, Billy Bats. Go get your shine box, ChiaPet. It ain't working. We're not selling. We're not buying your bullshit anymore. The ChiaPet who cried wolf. We've all heard this story before. Doom and gloom. Oh my God, the loans, the loans. Bullshit. Nobody's buying it. Sell it somewhere else. We don't need any crazy here. We're all fill up, as Jack Nicklaus said, or Nicholson. Who's the golfer? Who's the actor? Nicholson. Nicholas is the golfer. The Golden Bear. I once did a photography project for the Golden Bear many, many years ago. Didn't really know him, but spoke with his wife. She was very nice. I think she may have passed away. Rest in peace, anyway. Not sure. But that's neither here nor there, guys. I'm pretty much losing my voice, so I'm going to bail out of this turd. Unless anyone has anything... Gam giving us a technical definition of homogenization. I was merely speaking extemporaneously and off the cuff, Gam. I don't know. All you science people. Kind of like shorts not separate. Yeah, that's good, Gam. I like Gam. Good analogies and such. I didn't read the series of comments. That was the problem. I thought he was just making fun of me. But he's actually making a very clever series of posts. Don't short sell Gam, folks. Don't go short Gam. That inverse Gam ETF is getting fucking killed. At 9 to 5 place I hide out every day, hitting the thumbs and rewatching. Hey, thanks, Bobby Atkinson. Appreciate you, man. Bobby Atkinson's got an epic beard there, so don't fuck with beards. My beard's looking a little weak. Princess J says I'm trimming it all wrong. I'm not oiling it. I'm waking up. I look like a hobo. Look like I slept out behind a 7-Eleven. Should be begging for change. Can't really argue with her. She is not only the beauty and the brains of our operation, but also the logic and everything else. Richard C. is crying. I hope those are tears of joy and laughter, Richard C. Hockey rink, down the garden path that the insults love it. Yeah, I'm such a petty little douche, hockey rink. God help me if not, I like Adam Sandler movies, fart jokes. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but what are you going to do? The super FUD. Yeah, I think they're going to basically just say, like, anytime the bologna sandwich stops broadcasting an overhead projector of calculus problems for a local high school as a side hustle on his forehead and downgrades the SoFi stock, I think that's an immediate buy signal because I think it tells everybody shorts are absolutely desperate. No, not a lurker. What are you kidding? You think am I going to rant? What channel are you guys? This is where you get measured analysis in a safe format. My pronouns are douchebag and fuck you. No, seriously. I'm just here trying to tell you guys a little bit of truth, but what's up, Maria Powell? Hello, hello. Hey, Paul Texayara. Can you please cover GameStop? What do you want me to cover? There's not, they meet up NYC. Yeah, I mean, I know they have earnings coming up, but they're not going to make any money. It's a trade. I mean, you want to trade it, trade it. I could tell you how, but that's not really what I do here, guys. I try to give you guys like the good stuff. I don't tell you how I really make money, which is by being an idiot. But it's really hard to time, and you guys probably aren't smart enough. So I don't want to teach you any dirty tricks. So yeah, M. Russo, you're not buying any of my shares under 7. Maybe Kareem will sell, but I don't think so. Looks a little too smart for that. So I think I already read some of these. Dr. Gonzo, Benji, thumbs up and subscribe. Not a lurker said it, not me. I don't care what you guys do. You guys can go, jump off a cliff for all I care. I don't need your goddamn thumbs up or your subscription. But if you feel like it, wonderful. Somebody was asking me, like, Dr. Bob was saying, like, oh, you don't do it for the money. You don't make that much money. I'm like, I don't make any money. I haven't monetized this channel because then you guys have to watch a ton of ads every 5 minutes when you rewatch this. And I'm giving my money to Sergey Brin and fucking what's that other douchebag's name so they could buy a bigger jet and give me a fucking couple of pennies. I just want to wet my beak. I just want to wet my beak. Oh, I have to talk to my friends. We share all the money. It's okay, talk to your friends. Remember, just tell them, I just want to wet my beak. It's like, okay, Don Fanucci, I'll get back with you. Let my people call your people. We'll get together. Boom! Boom! Don Fanucci's dead, everybody. He's at the festa. And then boom, you're dead. How's that light bulb? Let me just see if this is working. How's that? Who's that there? Who the you? Oh, fuck. That's how it happens, guys. That's how easy it happens. I'm the GOAT. Adam DeMonico gets it. Beach Boy, what's up? He's talking to Kareem. You guys aren't even talking to me. You're not selling. Shorts will be sleeping with the fishes. Yeah, Luca Brazzi is too. I'm just buying. Don't hit that sell button. Maria Powell, here's the thing. Buy up to 11 and then break off the sell button. You don't need it. You're not turning that music down. Maria Powell knows how to party. Maria Powell, if you are the spouse, daughter, granddaughter of Fed Jerome Powell, I cannot take advice from you. That would be insider information. So please don't comment on the future of interest rates if you are, in fact, related to Fed Jerome Powell. Yeah, you see, I mean, I'm not saying don't trade it, guys. I'm just saying I'm not going to give you advice on how to do that. I can't tell you to time it. It was like when SoFi went up to 1160. If you didn't know to sell some and buy back, I can't tell you how to tie your shoes and chew gum, guys. You have to have some experience. You have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, just buy and hold. Don't get too cute. That's when you get in trouble. Guys, the volume today is actually pretty good. At 26 million, I want 35, 45 million shares. At least 35 million. It might be a little bit low. The algo's holding on a little bit tighter than I'd like to see, but the chart looks very, very, very bullish. The options are actually bullish. They're neutral, but I'm calling that bullish because they're not looking for a big push down into where the shorts can cover. I mean, the shorts really need to cover their positions at like below 6, and it just ain't going to happen, guys. It ain't going to happen. So once again, I say, go home, get your fucking shine box, meet me down at Union Station. You can spit shine my wingtips. I'll give you 2 bits. You go out, get yourself something at the taco truck. That's the best you're going to do because your time as an analyst, you freaking turds, you forehead, you beaks, you pasty douchebags, the bell tolls for thee because your time is up. You get no quarter here with retail. Okay? It's like Led Zeppelin said, no quarter. That wasn't a very good record. I think that was very Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, Unplugged. Still, I still listen to it, but it wasn't that great. Yeah, the shorts really get cute. They just want to push it down. They were shorting Benji. They were shorting, if you note, just show you turds a quick look at short interest here very quickly one more time. They had actually shorted just at open 3.5 million shares. came down a little bit, 1.6, and now they're back up to 2 million. So 2 million shares borrowed net out of only 26 million churned. So what is that? Like what would that be? I don't know, 8% of the total churn is borrowing, and it's only down 2.5%. So without borrowing, guys, the stock is up today. The shorts are totally out of position. It was like a guy we used to play tennis with. Every time you'd hit a good shot and you pass him, you go, I'm out of position. So he'd never give you credit for the shot. It was like whenever you hit a great shot, he's out of fucking position. Maybe I just hit a great shot. You ever think about that, motherfucker? Yeah, Benji, it's just not happening. They're not going to push it back down even below 680. I don't even know if they're going to be able to push it below 7, but they're just trying to kill the options at 7. That's all they're trying to do here, but they got to hang on all the way through tomorrow and keep the stock below about $7.20, 7.25. I mean, 7 calls aren't really going to pay big at 7.25. You really got to get up to 740, 750 till you start making some real money on those bad Oscars, but in any case, guys, that's really about all I got for you turds. Let's see. I had some shit written up on my whiteboard. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about ARK because I believe, Cathie Wood often picks the wrong kind of disruption. This is disruption that actually makes money, that has a business plan. It's not teledoc. It's not like where they're just gathering, mining data for some ambiguous future program that's going to get all these crazy margins. This is set to make money now. Cathie Wood, wake up and smell the smelling salt, Aunt Cathie. Like, get into a company. This SoFi could be Aunt Cathie's road to redemption. This could be her next Tesla. This is the AWS of fintech, bitches. AWS of fintech. Just has a great ring to it. Doesn't stand for all weather satellite. Let's see, guys. What's up, Pete? Firehouse Pete. How you doing, brother? Brian, under 7, I will buy more. You might see it, Brian, but if you see it, I'd grab it this month. I'd grab it this week because under 7 is going to be the best you're going to do. If you're looking for under 6, you're going to be left there out in the snow holding your pud in your hand. And, that's not a good look. Hope you're doing well, Pete. Protecting and serving, keeping everybody out in NYC safe, making sure all the beautiful young Puerto Rican girls know what it's like to date an experienced fireman with perhaps a salt and pepper mustache. Just being the guy to teach them that hard lesson. That's Firehouse Pete. But again, his sister-in-law's cousin, Marjorie, is buying some SoFi shares under her maiden name. So the IRS can't follow those shares. I don't know. I don't know if Pete's Italian. I'm just assigning rhetoric to him. I have a whole a whole character in my head that I want to be someday that's just based on Firehouse Pete, but it's not the real Firehouse Pete. It's just a Firehouse Pete that I've made up based upon this fine gentleman who comments on my YouTube channel. What's up, Pete? Good to see you, brother. I bet, man. Going to Costa Rica. Awesome. What's up, Mark Cares? How you doing? Alberto, buy. That's not financial advice. Roll it into COVID calls. Buy. Alberto says, not financial advice, but buy. I do not know if he's a registered financial advisor. So I can't tell you if he's saying buy SoFi, if that's registered financial advice or just complete bullshit. But anyway, guys, I have a ton of work to do. I'm going to jump off of this live stream. SoFi stock is pushing up. I think it's going to push up into 12:30, and then they'll try to push it down again. It'll be where, if you sold options right at the right time, you'd make a few pennies. So they're covering, they're doing what they can do. But guys, 2 million shares net borrowed. These guys are able to kill the volume at certain strategic times, if you notice. I think it's part of this volume for order flow, how all these free brokerages work, but feels like if the stock's running, they're just able to slow down the orders somehow, slow down the ticks. He's a registered pole dancer. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Paid owner. I bet you do, Pete, and I bet they love you, buddy. Thanks, J-Mac. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks, Hockey Rink. Thank you guys very, very much. I got to get to work. I got to make some videos for Princess J. I have no idea how to edit videos. I'm a complete moron. That's why I do these live streams, because I don't have to edit them. I don't even have to upload them. They're just, once I'm done, they're uploaded. So, Thank you, Not a Lurker. Appreciate you, brother. Always supporting me. Roland Dubs, M. Russo, all you guys, all my OGs, Firehouse Pete, anybody who's not here, Hybrid Duncan, Paul Clark, all you guys that always support me. Really appreciate you. Alberto, Oprah's Big Wet Cave, of course, the one and only Katie. Thank you, Katie. I just don't give a shit. Like, I'm not, people are like, shouldn't you put an intro tile on your video? Fuck you. That. Let me leave you with this message. If you don't like these videos, you go on home, you get your fucking shine box, then you come on back, you talk to me, and me and Bobby De Niro are going to trap you in a bar while Ray Liotta looks on somewhat troubled. We're not going to stab you like 500 times, but what we're going to do is we're going to give you an hour-long lecture on why you should buy shares in the Sofi stock. We're not Billy Bats and Jimmy over here. We're just, we're peaceful stock buyers, guys. Woohoo. Thanks, Not a Lurker. Have a great day, guys. I'm rambling. It's un poco mas. I try to give you turds just a little bit more. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.